guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. I wanted to create a first date makeup tutorial to give you guys a little bit of inspiration, and I just wanted to do something that was minxy but soft and pretty, like just a pretty first date makeup tutorial, but a little bit of spice with some sultry smoky eyes, but not too crazy. You know what I mean? So if you guys are interested, please be sure to keep watching, and please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate it so much, and then you guys get all the notifications whenever I upload and stuff like that. And yeah, so please keep watching if you want to. Look at this adorable tiny MAC strobe cream. I've actually never used strobe cream by MAC, so I'm excited to try it. I got a little sample of it from a Nordstrom order that I placed. I'm just gonna dot it everywhere. I did put a little bit on the back of my hand, and it's a really, really soft sheen. So to prime my eyelids, I'm gonna use one of my favorite eye primers that I have to be careful when I open. It's the Bare Minerals CC Well Rested Eye Primer. This is a Makeup Addiction blender brush, and I'm just gonna use Cashew Chew as my transition shade. So I'm just working that into my crease. We're gonna go in with Almond Truffle, and this is an IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe dual eyeshadow brush. Just nestling that right into the crease of your eye. Now I'm going in with a Morphe M412, and you can see it's got this really great point on it. So that's why I'm using this for the outer corner. So I'm going in with the shade Malted on the tips of the bristles. I'm dipping it into the product like this, like straight in there. Apply this to the outer corner. Just lightly stamp it on there first so that you don't put too much product down. And then I'm gonna kind of give it a little bit of a sharp edge on the outer corner. And that's why this brush is perfect, because it's got that point on it. So you do get a little bit of precision with it. I'm literally just going back and forth between the palette and my eyelid until I get the intensity that I want. But I'm really keeping it just only on that outer corner. Now I'm taking a Sedona Lace EB21, this really tiny small shader brush. Ugh, I almost dropped it. And I'm gonna be taking the shade Dark Truffle and very carefully applying this right here. Right where this ends, that, what shade was that? Malted? Right where Malted ends, that's where I'm applying Dark Truffle. And I'm just kind of keeping it right in that spot because I don't want to pull it too far onto the eyelid, and I don't want to pull it onto the outer corner because I want to leave that matte. Then on a detailer brush from Makeup Addiction, I'm taking the shade Molasses Chip, and I'm applying that right where we have all that empty space. This is the Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener. It doesn't really give you any coverage under the eyes, but it gives you a really pretty illuminated under eye, and it does brighten the under eye, which in turn makes you wear less under eye concealer. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Candlelit Glow Foundation. This is in the shade Cashew, which is clearly too light for me. So I'm gonna be mixing in the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in G60, and hopefully these can act as kind of darkening drops. This has a moussey consistency, and I really like the texture of this foundation. And then I'm just gonna blend all of this in with my Real Techniques sponge. So those custom cover drops came in clutch. I'm really happy with the match. They were definitely good darkening drops. And I'm going to conceal the under eyes with the Garnier Under Eye Rollerball. What is this technically called? Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Rollerball. I have no idea which shade this one is in, but let's just say that it's medium because I'm pretty sure I bought the medium shade one. Finish off the lower lash line, I'm just going to take a smudger brush from IT Cosmetics and the shade Molasses Chip. That's a tongue twister. And I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line. I'm not really trying to do something too dark down there. You just want a little bit of sparkle, darling. And then for the inner corner, because you want to beam that up, let's go in with a Sedona Lace 904 in the shade Satin Sheets. So I quickly filled in my brows with just a little bit of powder from the Brow Powder Palette by Pixie by Petra. And I mix a little bit of the shades to kind of get my tone, whatever I'm feeling for the day. I'm going to bronze up the skin with Laguna by NARS. So I'm just gonna kind of like pick it all up on the product, product on the brush. What was I saying? And just going to bronze up my skin. We are skipping out on the contouring and just gonna keep this really light and fresh by warming everything up with some bronzer. So for blush, I wanted to use something nice and natural that's not too pink or too purple or rosy. So I'm using Macchiato by Anastasia. This is a really pretty orangey caramel, and it's just gonna give you a light, natural looking blush. It's not gonna be too distracting on your cheeks. So I'm gonna use the Bare Minerals blush and contour brush, using the blonde side to apply this right onto the apples of the cheeks. For highlight, we're gonna mix both of the shades of the Glossier Haloscope highlighters. I'm so sorry about that lawnmower. But we're gonna mix the two of these together because I like the shade that it creates. It's kind of a soft champagne, and these are so beautiful, so dewy, so amazing. So we're mixing them together. So I got another sample with my Nordstrom order and I really want to use it. It's the Dior Show Lash Primer, but it's not waterproof. So it's gonna make my lashes fall, but I found a loophole, guys. So I'm gonna do one coat of waterproof mascara. This is Maybelline Lash Sensational. And then we will go in with the Dior Show Primer. Ooh. Fancy. I'm not even kidding you. The first thing when I opened this, it just smelled like perfume. It has a really strong scent. So hopefully this would make your lashes look like falsies. Whoa, it makes your eyelashes look like they're multiplying. It's kind of incredible. Then I'm going to top it with the Voluminous Feline. That Maybelline Lash Sensational needs to get thrown out. It was really dry. Okay, that lash primer is actually the real deal. It made my eyelashes look a lot longer and thicker. We're gonna go in with one of the best lip pencils on this planet. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in Addiction. It's an amazing, barely there lip liner. For lips, I'm gonna do one of the Bite Multi-Sticks in the shade Biroshi, I believe. And I'm just going to use this as my lip color. It's a prettier, darker nude that gives you a little bit of punch, but doesn't overwhelm the face. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of gloss on. This is NARS Turkish Delight, and I like to just take it from the wand onto my finger if I'm wearing a different color, just so that I don't contaminate the whole tube and so that the shade of the gloss itself doesn't change. And I'm gonna finish this off with a final few sprays of the Pixie Glow Mist.